I want to be on the camera.
Okay. Wait, were you just thinking she'll be coming around the mountain? She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. Okay, sorry.
Because this is a mountain and we're coming.
No, yeah.
So this is my mom and that's my dad and then I have a sister and a brother.
Oh, nice. What's up? What's happening, Annie?
And this is a water.
I thought that I would come in here and have a discussion about the protest the other night and how it went. I thought it was pretty good. I went into the bar a bit. What's up, Muji? From Albania. Yeah, it was pretty good. Those people, very talented musicians, the protesters. There was some action. There was they had, I mean, they played good music and and they were all peaceful. They were all very peaceful. And I don't know if that has anything to do with the fact that like my video went out on Facebook. You know, of me telling the protesters to, or us to be kind to the protesters, ignore them, and everything like that. But yeah, they were all really peaceful, very kind from what I've seen. And there were other people out there filming that I got to meet, some conspiratard and this AJ guy, Rebel with a Cause. He does like local politics stuff, I guess, wherever he's from. But yeah, I mean, he was on the other side, or like essentially not. He wasn't a protest, but you know what I'm saying. He was in the protester side. But yeah, he was fairly decent. We had a, you know, like, but yeah, it was all right. There was an altercation between him and somebody else with Marty, but you know, I don't know what exactly went down. I wasn't there for it. And stuff like that. So, and we'll see. But yeah, it was pretty good, and the people were very kind. That's you know, and the people that organized it, like Emily, I think she goes by Marlo. She did a great job. She did a great job. She got, I think, you know, they got the message out like, hey, we're gonna stay off the sidewalk. We're not gonna yell at the people that are going in. We're just gonna stand there, hold our flag. Dude, she did great. Yeah, I had some really great conversations. Some people were really warm to me. I was dancing to their music. Like, it was actually cool. It was actually cool. And I don't know if you've ever seen Annie, you've been to a lot of my protest videos, but like lives. There's a guy named Greg, and I do not have cows. I have pigs. But there's a guy named Greg, and he's the one that I had the biggest problem with. And and he's the one I feel like he's the one that tells people not to fucking talk to me and stuff like that. And him and I talked, and we agreed like he's not going to do that anymore, and like we came to an understanding, and like it was awesome. It was awesome. Like and I talked to Emily, like she's like one of the organizer people, very nice, and yeah. And so yeah, no, I'm really happy with everything, and the Turning Point event went out without a hitch. I mean, it was a packed auditorium. I even had Greg come in with me. No, dude, it was cool. It was cool. I'm very happy with like everything, you know. Not that I had anything to do with organizing it or anything, but like Rob Taylor, everything he did, and I think her name's Jill, the one that runs the Egyptian theater. She's not even political, like at all. She just rents her theater, to who wants to use it, and it got set up, and she got a lot of backlash for allowing it to be there, and she stood up to everybody. She's like, you know what? No, this is my theater. I'm going to do what I want to do, and she did great. Yep. Feeling most people are not kind. Well, I think I think most people are kind. I like to be optimistic and believe that most people do have kindness in their hearts. If not for others, at least for people like closest around them. There are people in their lives that most people care about, so they're and are kind to. But yeah, no, it was the whole thing went really well, and everybody that organized it did really well. The dinner the night before went really well. I at request of one of the speakers, I took the video down, but well, and I try to be, and like I feel like I always have to give the same speech over and over. Well, my name's TJ. I do this and I do this and I do this, and if I could cut all that shit out, like it would save fucking 10 minutes of fucking uh it would save 10 minutes of the fucking conversation telling people who I am. But Greg said that he's gonna stop telling people to not talk to me. He's gonna start telling them that I am kind and I will have intelligent conversations with them if they're interested in it. And so we kind of came to that understanding, and so I'm pretty grateful for that. That was a great conversation. He even went into the event with me for a little bit and seen Maureen Bannon speak a little bit. I ran out of data while I was down there, so yeah, he went in for just a little bit, and him and I kind of squashed the beef. So no, that was cool. That was cool. So, oh, my beard is so short. Yep. And honestly, like I even said to somebody else, to the Emily girl, I said, I think Greg's like a big problem for you guys. He's telling everybody not to talk to me and stuff like that, and he made it a point to come up and talk to me and have a conversation with me. And it was great. I always said I respect their right to be out there. It's their First Amendment. I don't agree with them. I don't agree with them at all. But well, I shouldn't say that, because there are a lot of things that I do come to agreements with them on. But like I've always said, I'm a like a 90s level Democrat. Bill Clinton and immigration policies. Barack Obama immigration policies. I was cool with that. Well, the Democrats aren't that anymore. Yeah, but no, I'm just really happy about everything, about how it turned out. I am. I don't even know really what else to say about it. Nolan Crombie and Lincoln Cesares were great. Did great speakers. Right, exactly, and that's something I always tell them. It's my one of my common phrases. We agree on 99.9% of everything. You know, um, there's that 0.1% that we disagree about, and that's what we're so passionate about. And then I had a good conversation with this transgender individual, and it said they had a T-shirt. It said TPUSA across it. It said these people are uneducated, stupid assholes. Transgender individual's name was fuck Jesse. Jesse. Pink hair. Um, Worked up a little bit. Thought that I hated them. I'll let them know that I don't hate anybody. And like honestly, most of that conversation was good until another guy walked up and started, and then Jesse kind of retreated into the crowd, and I kind of said, "Hey, we gotta be nice to these people. Come on, let's go." And I kind of tapped him away from the situation. And but it was a good conversation. You did see that, yeah. It was a good conversation. And like it was important to me to show respect. Um, and understanding that they're given this world view of us. We have an image, or they have an image of, and I'm not saying all of them. Like I'm not trying to generalize, but I'm saying overall they have this image of us in their heads, and we, and as do we about them. We view basically all of them as these weirdos or whatever we want to say. Like I'm not saying weirdo, like they're into like abortion and just like everything has to be like pro gay and blah blah blah. You're a weirdo, dude. I'm a weirdo too, bro. I'm a fucking weirdo too, brains. But yeah, no, I respect them all though, and I try and show them respect. And I told him multiple times that night, like that, like I love him. I love everybody. I love humanity. You know. Cheers. But yeah, no, it was cool. Those people were nice, and like, and I had some interactions with some of them, and came to an understanding. You know. Yep, that's all. That's what I gotta say about that. Only took me 13 minutes to tell you everything that I had in my brain about the whole event. Yeah, but no, it was pretty cool. The dinner was cool. Rob Taylor speaking was cool, and I sat with Chris Castleman and his wife, um, Jasmine, I believe. She was nice. His girlfriend or wife, I don't remember. Girlfriend. But yeah, and they're trying to make a difference in Coos County. The event was 2 hours about itself. It was from six, or the entry was at 6, and then it started from 7 until about 8:30, so about an hour and a half. The dinner was much longer. That was from 7 until 10.
She's like, okay.
Tegan, I saw that.
What?
That's in your butt.
But yeah, it was cool, and but yeah, some good speakers, and
Hey, is that lighting real quick?
yep. I'm gonna need it too. But yeah, I hope there's more events. There was a free concert, a free country concert, on Friday night. But man, I was too wiped out from the first two events, that there was no way I was making it to the third one. Plus, Brittany had to work um that night, so I couldn't, you know, I couldn't work it out. But yeah, it was dude, everything is cool. Everything is cool. I'm so happy that I got to do that and be part of any of that, you know. I'm excited to see what the local community I'm able to do now. You know, there's not another protest downtown until February 7th. Uh, my bad. But yeah, there's not another protest until February 7th. And I expect a lot more positive interaction. What I need to do is I need to download all my um protest videos and like make good conversations and other interactions and make, you know what I'm saying, like compilation videos of some of my good conversations, because I have more good interactions than bad interactions, but I only mostly post the bad interactions, you know, because they're gonna be seen a little bit better. And I don't know if that's appropriate of me, you know, but yeah, I need to go and get, yeah. And I remember people's names and they appreciate that. Yeah. Like a montage. Yeah, exactly. You know, a compilation, a montage, whatever. Because I need to show that, like, there are ways that we can agree on things. And because that's really the reason I started going down there, is to have these conversations with them. And so it's almost disingenuous of me to only post when they freak out. You know, it is. And I can admit that. And it shouldn't be that way. So yeah, that's definitely something I'm gonna have to work on soon. A problem with me is like I don't have like my phone is just like a cheap phone. It doesn't have screen record. I have to use a like secondary app that screen records it, and then I'll have to save that video, and then I got to take it into this editor thing, and and yeah, and so uh, I have to take it into this editor, and it just saves like all these really long, like 30-minute videos onto my phone, and then I have to upload them, and I need to do it on a computer probably. We got all the way back until June. I got 13, 14 protests. But a lot of my stuff is just me sitting around talking too. You know, just me sitting back smoking a cigarette. Like that's just kind of how I do it. You know, like I'm not engaging with them the entire time. I step back, you know. Yep, I need to do that. I need to do that, Annie. Ugh. Yep. I mean, I do have a lot of them. It'll be good long, like most of them would be 30 to 40-minute videos with one person, you know? Need a device that's specifically for saving the videos. I can't afford that. I gotta pay rent. And that event was a little expensive for me. We actually spent most of our rent money on that, and cashed in some silver. That shit was due today. Hold on. But yeah, there's I need to, I don't know. But I have so much footage. Like I literally have so much footage that I'd have to go through. And if I was downloading the whole video, I'd want to be like, okay, this person, I know I talked to them multiple times, put it in there. I know I talked to this person multiple times, put it in there. I got a itchy eyeball.
Okay.
Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. My fucking eyeball itches so bad. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't have a lot to talk about on this stream. I just kind of want to talk about my reaction to the Turning Point event. I feel like I conducted myself well. I wasn't, I mean, I was dancing and singing. Maybe some people viewed it as mocking, but it wasn't. And it was not the intention. I did have a pretty good joke there. The frog costume person. Okay, if you go into the video, it's like into the live stream, it's like 2 hours and like 4 minutes or something like that. I already checked it out, but I go in there and I go up to the frog and I'm like, hey, so I have to ask you a question. Alex Jones said the water is making the frogs gay. Are you a gay frog? You a gay frog? Is the frog gay? I'm like, no, I'm just kidding. And I mean, that was like, it like in the grand scheme of things, it was in a joking manner, and I thought it was funny. I mean, if anybody thinks that, like, maybe that's offensive, you know, but like it wasn't. It was meant in like good jest humor, you know. And there was an old lady, like the music was going, and I said to the old lady, I was like, "Oh, you want to dance?" And then I was like, "Oh, just kidding, you can't come on the sidewalk," because like their protest wasn't allowed onto the sidewalk. They had to stay like back behind this one line. But I mean, yeah, it was overall Like, I was very kind. There was one lady that said she's seen me downtown before. I don't honestly know if I recognized her completely, and like hopefully I see her again and do recognize her. But she said she's talked to me before, and I didn't really remember, unfortunately. And but like she was kind, and she's like, I said, I want you guys to be glad that I come down there and keep these conversations going. Like I'm some okay. So somebody made a comment earlier on a Facebook post about me or whatever that said that I'm neighborly. And I think that is probably a pretty good adjective for how I try to be. I try to be neighborly. I want to be kind. I want to uh show grace and mercy uh to these people. I want to get like they're I'm not seeing everything they're seeing, and they're not seeing everything I'm seeing. So I have understanding, like when I see what they're seeing, and without uh anything that we're seeing, um uh like I hold on. I want to give them like the grace of like not understanding, yeah, and I want to um I want to provide them with information I know, and there's information that they tell me that I don't know nothing about, and I go back, watch the streams, and I look it up. I look up the story and kind of learn, like, okay, what was this about exactly, and um how did this happen, and like the one I like to bring up, for example, I had a conversation with this woman. I Forgive me for not remembering her name. I've communicated with her a little bit in the chat on some of my videos. But she told me the story about this dog that got shot, this Rottweiler, right? During like an immigration raid. And so what had happened is they came with a search warrant, and my mom's calling me, and she's been messaging me too. Will you message her, see what she wants? But anyway, and she knows I'm streaming because even one of her texts said I can't get into your stream. Anyway, I don't know why I didn't block her or nothing. Can you turn that down, please? Anyway, so she told me that like I shot a dog, and I was like, well, that's terrible. Like so I went home and I looked it up. What has happened is an ICE agent showed up at the door. And there were several ICE agents, right? A couple standing out back and one right at the door serving the warrant. The homeowner complied, said, yeah, you can come in, but I'm going to put my dog in the bathroom. Just don't open the bathroom door. And he said, okay, cool. And my mom just texted me, what would Jesus do? I don't know. Will you message her? Tell her I'm on my stream. Anyway, so like, what the fuck? That just threw me off. Why the fuck would my mom text me that? I don't know. Anyway, so I looked it up. Okay, and so the agent walks in, right? And the agent walks in, and then is partners walk in afterwards, not knowing what the woman said about the dog in the bathroom. So an agent opens the door and the dog lunges at him and he shoots the dog. The second agent or third agent or whatever that entered the house that shot the dog didn't hear about the dog from the first agent. They didn't communicate properly. So that's on the agents. Like the one of them should have said, the first one should have said, "Hey, okay, everybody, there is a dog in the bathroom. Do not go in the bathroom. Do not open that door." You know, and they pointed, and they even she even pointed out exactly which room the dog was going to be in, and so that's on the agents for not um communicating better. It's a sad thing that happened, but I get how it could happen in the heat of a moment type thing. But yeah, so that's kind of what that story was about. But yeah, I didn't know about it until she told me about it. And that's what I try and do is I try and tell them things about, things that they might not know about. Yeah. But anyhow, well, it's been a 30-minute stream. I think that's probably good enough for tonight. I just wanted to give my little reaction to the Turning Point event. I'm grateful for everybody that had it, all the people, the patriots that showed up. I'm grateful for all the protesters that showed up because, I mean, we're a community and we have to be a community. Anyhow, thank you all for coming. Thank you for being here. That's my thoughts on the matter, and peace out, Girl Scouts.